Right now, honestly, like I said, I'm trying to keep things pared down, manageable, both financially and spatially. So I told myself, honestly, the only as far as the Superman movie stuff is concerned, I mainly just want the guy himself, Superman. I don't really. Mr. Terrific looks kind of neat, but I'm still on the fence of him. Um, I'm sorry, but I cannot bring myself to spend the $35 of a theatrical deluxe edition for Ultraman because he's mainly just comes with the extra hands and that's it. I don't. To me, to this day, I still disagree that that figure should have been a theatrical deluxe edition. If anything, that should have just been a standard figure release at $22.99, not the full $34.99 for a deluxe edition. Even though he's only, like I said, he comes with hands and that's it. He doesn't come with like a extra head. He doesn't come with a bonus accessory, weapon. Nothing like that. It doesn't warrant it. Then in person, a couple of times, I've already come across the Lex Luthor theatrical edition. Still can't bring myself to do it because even though that guy does come with extra heads, bonus pair of hands, and then of course a little baby kaiju figurine, first of all, it's Lex Luthor. Don't really care for the character enough to pick up a figure of him. But on top of that, I had this nagging feeling in my gut that this was going to be the case, and unfortunately I did see someone post on Reddit confirming the feeling, and I'm like, damn it, there it goes, definitely not getting it now. They pulled the shit on that Lex Luthor theatrical edition, the same thing that they did to the Scarecrow Red Platinum from Batman Begins, where the bulk of the suit is so puffy because he's hollowed out on the inside. He's hollowed out. He doesn't have like a full-blown chest piece or torso piece. He's got like just that rod, and then over it they put that rubber top suit piece that you can kind of press in and kind of bend. And I hate that. I'm sorry. I know it's like a cost management thing, but I've always hated it when toy companies, even McFarlane, does it. I hated it when they did it with Scarecrow. It was very disappointing to see that. And from what I hear, they did the same thing with Lex, and that's an automatic, especially for Theatrical Deluxe Edition. Theatrical Deluxe Edition, sure, he comes with all these accessories, better than Ultraman, but then you're going to hollow out his chest to where it's like bendy and gushy and rubbery and it feels cheap? No, that automatically made me go, do not want the Lexus. The Lexus, like the car. And that is so poetic because every time that I went to a Target and I asked if they had that theatrical deluxe edition Superman and it showed them the barcode, they would tell me that another store would have like 5 or 6, and I'm like, yo, I would go there, and literally this happened to me once. This is a true story. Went to a different Target that was about 10-15 minutes away, or that was already an hour plus away from where I live here because I was going on a major regional area hunt. Go to this other Target, get there, all 6 of those UPC codes that I had them scan saying, oh yeah, there's 6 of them at that other Target. Go there, all 6 Lex Luthors. Which then confirms a fear that I was having during my hunts that I heard some other people kind of ramble here with some singular non-theatrical edition units, but unfortunately the same situation is happening with the theatrical deluxe editions. They're sharing barcodes. So someone could scan the barcode that blatantly on the UPC code in letters it says Superman and Crypto, but when they scan it, for all I know, it could be Ultraman, it could be Lex Luthor, most likely Lex Luthor, because like I said, it happened once where I went to a different Target and all 6 in the system, it says 6 available, and I'm like, there's bound to be some Superman there. No, literally all 6 were Lex Luthors. Just Lex. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I remember that was like one of my last targets that I visited because I was just so, like I said, discouraged, disheartened. I was like, what's the point of carrying this UPC code around if it means that this could happen, where they're just sharing barcodes and it'll be pointless and it's a figure that I don't want? What's the point? Now, or at least what's the point of asking someone and having the scan code? Like, just go to the store, check. If they're not there, oh well, walk out. Because it's getting ridiculous. And apparently, this situation is more or less also bleeding into, like I said, some of those standalone releases. Some people are trying to hunt down the red cyborg Superman, and when they scan the code, they get brought back the battle damage movie Superman gold label, and that's not what they were looking for. They bring back the animated series red and red variant of the silver version, the New Adventures of Batman. Apparently, a lot of these are just mixing and matching UPC codes, and I gotta be honest, this needs to stop, McFarlane. I'm sorry, I like you guys, but this, I need to provide criticism where it's due, and I just do not understand. I need someone to break it down with me. Talk to me like I'm an idiot. Why is it that some of these figures are sharing UPC codes? There's got to be a logistic reason. I'm not saying that there isn't. There's got to be some logistic answer, but it just makes toy hunting just a goddamn nightmare because, like I said, it's so discouraging to carry this UPC code around and realizing that when they come back with a figure that I'm absolutely not looking for, don't desire, and I'm over here like, just what's the point? And just the way that everything is just getting kind of released, not just with the scarcity or the fluctuating scarcity of these Superman figures, but also some of the delays that are happening with the McFarlane Toy Store. Like the McFarlane Toy Store still has not shipped a couple of other things. I actually have a pre-order for Cowboy Batman at the McFarlane Toy Store, and they still haven't shipped it out because of the tariff situation that's happening. I actually got finally some communication from McFarlane today saying that, yeah, now they're expecting it late June, early July. And they told me, like, hey, if you don't want to wait that long, just let me know and I'll cancel it. I'll leave it alone because I used the coupon, so I'm getting it for, like, cheaper than anywhere else. But at the same time, it's disappointing that I'm like, yeah, even they're still catching up. Meanwhile, you could find certain things already at Targets, at GameStops with the Cowboy Batman, or even some of the new Superman movie stuff, or some other stuff that people are looking for. Amazon is also a little bit behind. Like I said, you could find the theatrical edition of Superman, the movie version, in certain Targets, but I technically do have a pre-order for it on Amazon, but it's telling me it's not going to arrive until like August. And again, it could be touted up to the tariff stuff, but it's killing the momentum of the hobby. And, you know, it's just something that needs to be vocalized. Whether someone deserves to take the blame for it, I don't know. Like I said, I definitely do feel like this is a byproduct of everything that happened with the tariffs last month that has technically eased, but who's to say it's not going to stay a problem? Because I was kind of having this conversation with my girlfriend where just because tariffs go down doesn't mean that Hasbro's not going to look at the amount of units of that black-suited Toby Spider-Man that they sold at $30 to $35, almost $40, and go, oh, some of these saps are willing to spend $40. I guess we can keep it at $40. Why should we lower it? You know, they pulled a Bilbo Baggins. So, yeah, that is definitely something that's kind of scary. And like I said, recently, this problem that I've been having with the UPC codes and how frustrating it's been to hunt for certain figures because you have one figure sharing the UPC code with this, that it's just better to just walk into the Target, go to either the end cap, the aisle, see if it's there, and if it's not, oh well, walk out. I know that people these days are asking for the barcodes, but after word of mouth gets out that these barcodes are all being shared, it just doesn't matter. And it is frustrating. I'm not saying that it's not. It is incredibly infuriating that a store, like I said, that was probably the most cathartic and definitive example is when I was told, when I had someone scan the Superman and Crypto UPC code, told me that a different store had 6, go to the store and all 6 were Lexus. And I couldn't believe my eyes. There were 5 in the actual toy aisle, and then there was one more Lex over by the collector's edition section by the electronics. Counted them all, and I'm like, there they are, all 6. God damn it. It was just the most annoying thing.